shout out. We are Naturally Social. I'm Natalie, your host for today. And we are joined today by the lovely Craig Knight of TK Painting and Decorating. Hi, Craig.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really well. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Very good.
Good. It's great to have you on today.
Thank you.
I'm just going to, for anybody who hasn't watched this before, I'm just going to give a little bit of context. So we've been running these Follow Friday business shout-outs for the last kind of 8 weeks or so. Usually we host these over on Twitter. All the team will kind of put a little shout out, a little Follow Friday for businesses that we love who are doing great things on social. But since kind of coronavirus hit and everyone went into lockdown, we really recognised that the small business community would be and has been hit fairly hard, and lots of businesses are having to change the way they work, if at all. And we really wanted to give something back to the community and give some exposure and some brand awareness. So if anybody does want the opportunity to come on to speak to us, it's completely free. Just got to fill in a little form, or just drop us an email, info@naturallysocial.co.uk. We've got a few more weeks of people lined up, but we've had so many different businesses come on and join us. From photographers to care providers to fitness and PT instructors. Today we are joined by Craig. So Craig, just give everybody an overview of what we do in usual circumstances.
Okay, so usual circumstances are pretty much domestic decorating in houses and premises and big properties, any sort of property, really occupied properties. And that's interior and exterior. Very much domestic decorating really throughout my whole self-employed business life so far. So yeah,
Cool.
that's it in a nutshell. Can't really.
And how long have you been a decorator?
Since I left school. Doing it since I left school. Did the apprenticeship and cracked on from there really.
Amazing. So really good at what you do. I know that because I've worked with Craig before, and we are part of the same networking group, so I'm very familiar with Craig's work. It's really, really great, and everyone speaks so highly of you. And we're going to come on to a second job that you have as well, one of your kind of passion projects, which is really exciting, and I know lots of people will love it.
Yeah.
But kind of talk us through what the last 7 or 8 weeks have looked like for you since kind of everything changed.
Yeah, so when the coronavirus essentially hit, and before we sort of got told to all stay at home, things were still as they were, and I had 2 jobs lined up. I could see it was going to get quieter. You just knew straight away. And the first job I was on, they cancelled on me 2 days into it because the children came home with symptoms, so they had to go in complete lockdown. So that job is still on hold, and I will go back to it. And then next week, purely from a working point of view, I started another job locally, and then the wife messaged me late at night, and her husband works in the prison service, so he's a key worker, which is great, fantastic. They basically told him if he's not to come into contact with anyone, he doesn't need to. So they put that job on hold as well. So straight away, I was like, oh, great, brilliant. What am I going to do now? So I must admit, I was a little bit stressed for a week or so until the Chancellor come out and told everyone about the 80% for the self-employed as well as the employed. So
that must have been a massive relief, and it must have given you the kind of confidence to not panic or worry too much that your business was going to kind of fail, and I suppose gave you the opportunity to sit back and think, right, what next?
Yeah, exactly. It, and and the fact that they said, you can still carry on working while we give you this work it all out, that's fine. And I know what my accounts were, so I knew I was safe. I knew what I was due. I've continued working, doing little bits and pieces, and then that took me on to say, right, okay, so right now, no occupied premises, empty premises only, or exterior work. And that picked up quite well. I've done 2 or 3 outside jobs, and I've just got another one locally as well. They're not big jobs, but it keeps me ticking over.
Absolutely, and that's the main thing, isn't it? So you've kind of sat back and gone, okay, what can I do in this trade? It's not a complete, because I think it's very natural when something like this, when a crisis hits like this, particularly when we're self-employed, to kind of go, oh my God, this is going to affect everything and it's going to stop. And I think everyone had a few weeks of reflecting and kind of concern. But then it's about going, right, what can we do in the remit of these measures in order to still earn? And like you said, the package from the government has helped you kind of feel confident that you can do something, that you will be supported. And so you've adapted and gone out and started to advertise the things that you can do. What sort of measures, if any, what sort of safety precautions are you putting in place? How can people, what does it look like?
Well, it's the whole social distance thing. So, you know, for example, last week, I have had people still ask me about interior work.
Right.
So the broken record message that I'm saying essentially is I can't do anything until the government guidelines change. I've taken a decision not to enter anyone's premises to estimate the work. Please feel free to send me a video or some pictures and I'll estimate as best as I can. And I've done that for a lot of people and they've gone, that's fantastic. At least we know what we're looking at when these lockdown measures end. So, and we can get back to it. And you know, and that's been proved really useful.
Right, that's really good.
Tried to help NHS workers out as well, offer services for delivering paint for people that have been doing these jobs at home on their own, and advice as well. So if
I love that. So just to interrupt that, because I spoke to somebody else who mentioned this actually to me about what you were doing. Tell us a little bit more about that. So you're offering to drop round kind of paint samples and tell us a little bit more about what you're doing.
I mean, that's sort of changed a little bit now because places like B&Q are opening and stuff like that. But when all that shut down and hardware stores shut down, so for the average person that wants to do any decorating at home and they couldn't get anything to do, not even a brush or a roller, let alone the paint. I put it out there like there were still some trade places open that I was dealing with. So, you know, if people were prepared to pick a colour, let me know what finish they want, I can get an order up. And it's essentially like a click and collect service, and I'm the one out there doing it. So people weren't travelling unnecessarily at the time. And that service is still available. Quite happily go and do that. But gradually now places are starting to open back up. But again, if anyone wants any sort of advice, I'm more than happy to share that.
I love that. That's excuse me. That's really, really innovative, and it might not sound innovative, but actually that's a really thoughtful step to take. Is kind of go, actually, I can still do something. I still access. People will want to do internal decorating, and I won't be able to do it for them, but I can offer advice through digital comms and actually do that, like say, click and collect service. So
yeah, exactly.
We're going to pop some details in the comments for you. What do you want to give a quick shout out for your socials or how people can contact you anyway, but we'll put them in the comments for others as well.
Yeah, so social is obviously Facebook, CK Painting and Decorating, Instagram, CK Painting. Really, I don't do Twitter anymore, sadly. Too political, in my opinion, but there you go. That's another thing. Yeah, the best contact is Facebook. Facebook seems to be the best route to go for doing stuff. And obviously, so if people want to drop me a quick text and say, "Would you be free to do this?" More than happy to help.
Excellent. And you're going to be embarking on a kind of a YouTube channel we spoke about, didn't we, yesterday?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing some little videos in my office on sort of how to really. When all this started, I thought, well, you know, again, people are doing decorating themselves and taking it on themselves. So little things like how to prepare, what tools to use, what rollers and brushes to use, right down to finishes on what surfaces. So that's something I was thinking of doing anyway, and putting them on Instagram TV maybe.
Yeah, I love that.
Rewatch and everything, and get the content out.
Yeah, it's such a good idea. So I want to see you follow through with those, because it's a really great idea and definitely a need for that. And I'm sure people will enjoy and value actually that sort of content.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
so cool. So right now, then, you're still doing external work. You were saying, weren't you? So what does external work look like?
Any external work covers things like the render on an outside of a building that needs painting, windows, fascia boards, soffits, gutter, any paintable surface outside, essentially. Railings to gates and stuff like that. Anything that's got paint on it, we can prepare it and do it. Front doors, garage doors, the lot, really.
Perfect. And as you said, that allows you to completely deliver a job and a service with zero contact, essentially.
Exactly. Exactly. I've had customers just stand at the front door, wave to me, and that's that. I don't even have a cup of coffee with them. You know, I'm really distancing myself from the clients, which is good. So,
Excellent. Well done. Keep up the good work. I
thank
think
you.
you're adapting really well, and the positivity and the ability that you've shown to come back from this and
Mm.
decide that you can still work and put those plans in place is brilliant. So keep it up. And just before we've got about 5 minutes or so left, let's talk about your passion project and hobby and job, because
Yeah.
everybody's going to love this. Tell us what you do.
Dog training and agility.
So you're a dog trainer and agility person.
Agility trainer. Agility improve.
Trainer, yeah.
Agility improve. Get the words
So
out.
you've got all
Hence
those you've got all those rosettes at the back behind you there in your office.
yeah.
Is that all the things that you've won with Penny, is it?
No, they are all Sheldon's. Sheldon's not about at the moment. He don't want to walk with someone else, but Penny's here actually.
Yeah, let's get Penny on the camera.
Penny. She is.
Oh,
So Penny's a full working Cocker Spaniel, to my knowledge. I rehomed her, and she's about 3 years old. So she's just started on her agility journey really with me, but she's showing good promise. And the aim is we've all got to have a little goal in life with the dog training, and it is to get her to Crufts, hopefully. The aim was to get her there next year, but the Kennel Club have cancelled pretty much all shows until the near end of the year, so we probably won't see anything until next year / the year after that. So 2022 maybe, something like that. But plenty of time to train and everything. So really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. It's something else to do.
amazing. And so Craig does offer lessons and dog training. You've got a separate Facebook page for that. Let us know what that one is.
Yeah, that's called Big Bang Dog Training, hence Penny and Sheldon, if any Big Bang Theory fans out there. Yeah. And essentially we offer right now, when we started, we were offering sort of like the puppy foundation and up to sort of a year old with dogs, people that are finding it hard. I have done, funnily enough, the things that I got the most inquiries for when the lockdown started was dog training inquiries. People were getting puppies because they now have the time at home to do all that sort of stuff. And I've had some successful Zoom meetings as well, Zoom training over Zoom, which has been fantastic. I've really taken on another avenue of going down really with the dog training. It's really helped. Agility is just impossible. You can't do it. But again, as a club, Saxon Agility Club will be putting in measures, social distancing measures soon to get the club back together, hopefully.
That's amazing. I love that. And I'm so, to be able to do dog training over Zoom, it wouldn't have even occurred to me. So that's great that still works.
Yeah. It is a bit of a random one. I didn't think it would work. But it's quite good because I've got my dogs to show how to do things and skills. So we've done things like teaching dogs to walk on the lead through Zoom, sitting and waiting, to even mental stimulation games for them at home when they're bored, you know, so when they're running a bit of work riot. So yeah, all good. It's really positive, which is great. And I like that.
That's amazing. Well done. So we're going to pop the links to your dog training as well into the comments. Multi-skilled, multi-talented gentleman here, Craig. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your Friday afternoon to talk to us.
That's all right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure. So again, anybody who is watching and you are in need of paintwork, decorating externally, on external decorating or painting to your homes, then do get in touch with Craig. Equally, if you have a little pup or dog that you want trained, or you want to find out more, then get in touch with him. He's great at what he does. But if anybody does want to come on, anybody who's watching or knows a business who would benefit from a little bit of extra exposure, like what we're offering here on Fridays, do get in touch with us, info@naturallysocial.co.uk. Wishing you all a wonderful weekend. Not as sunny as it was last weekend, but hopefully everyone still enjoys the new kind of guidelines on exercise. But thanks so much, Craig, and hopefully I will see you in person very, very soon.
Yeah, thanks, Nat. Thanks very much. Take care and stay safe.
Take it easy. Bye.